The next question has been submitted by Jackie Stanton, and I call upon Mrs Stanton to ask her question at the dais.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. The reputation of Oldham Metropolitan Borough Council appears to be at an all-time low, with some residents describing this current council as the worst in the history of the borough. Some of the dissatisfaction can be traced back to the planning function of the council and the appalling planning committee meeting held in July earlier this year. It continues with the extremely serious allegations of child sexual exploitation. There are allegations appearing daily on social media relating to alleged mismanagement and poor decision-making by senior officers of this council. There are also suggestions that the councillor's code of conduct has been breached by the leader and his deputies. This compounded by the leader refusing to verbally answer a valid question submitted to a recent cabinet meeting by a Moorside resident. Would the leader agree that all these allegations are extremely serious and damaging to the borough? Will he tell us how he and the Chief Executive intend to deal with them? And will he tell us if he's capable of restoring confidence in this council? Does he further agree that Oldham and its residents deserve better? And isn't it time to put Oldham first and politics second?
I call upon Councillor Fielding to respond.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and may I thank former Liberal Democrat Deputy Leader of Oldham Council, Mrs Jackie Stanton, for her question. I do need to address the issue around the allegation that I refused to answer a valid question submitted to a recent Cabinet meeting. I did not. The question was ruled out of order by the monitoring officer for reasons which were communicated to the resident who asked it. But to move on to the points that you've raised. Over the last few months, there have been daily postings on social media about planning and historic safeguarding incidents. These allegations have been combined with a series of personal online attacks on councillors, residents, MPs and council officers, and often come from people with a clear political agenda, such as the former Liberal Democrat Deputy Leader of Oldham Council stood before us. We will always take action where appropriate, including the recently announced review into historic safeguarding led by Dr. Mark Peel. Too often, however, the allegations and claims made online are barefaced lies, designed purely to... I'll say that again, are barefaced lies, designed purely to...
Can I just remind the public that we did listen to the question, and I would now ask you to listen to the reply without interruption. Thank you.
I just find the most appropriate pace to pick up this answer. Too often, however, the allegations and claims made online are barefaced lies, designed purely to stoke fears and score political points. Mrs Stanton is absolutely correct to say that this is damaging to the borough. Day in and day out in Oldham, police officers, social workers, health workers, teachers, community groups, doctors, nurses and youth workers work hard to protect children and vulnerable adults. Day in, day out, our people are cleaning the streets, caring for our older residents or planting trees. Our people see the lies, the racism and the negativity. They see the posters online that are the usual suspects who never miss an opportunity to talk Oldham down. Like most places, Oldham has its fair share of challenges. The statement I've just made to Council highlights some of the many ways we're stepping up to address those challenges with a positive, energetic approach that stands in stark contrast to a lot of the online debate where nothing is ever good enough, everybody is corrupt and we're scared of our neighbours. That's not the Oldham I know. The Oldham I grew up in and the Oldham in which I live today is one where people support each other, where they get out doing community clean-ups, play in the Saddleworth Brass Band contest, raise money for charity and have a chat with the stall holders on Tommyfield Market. I will always encourage anybody who has concerns about anything happening in our borough to raise them through the appropriate channels. But I'd also encourage people to think twice about the things they read online and the motivations of the many people doing the posting. Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor.